Do you ever regret it?
You will not get an ex-prisoner to say that I didn't create the conflict. Once the dogs of war are let out, I mean, it becomes just a mirage of killing.
We're surprised by Plum's candor, which makes me wonder, will our next guest, a Catholic Republican, be as open with us tomorrow? But first, it's time for a drink. Michael and I are heading back to our hotel to meet the bartender who's been serving cocktails there since the early 1970s, when the Europa became the most bombed hotel in the world.
I'm going to give you an Irish smile in a glass. So this is an after-dinner drink, the brandy, Tia Maria, with cream floating on top of it, and the mince. And after 3 or 4 of them, you'll be smiling no matter where you come from.
Why this hotel, such a target?
The world press stayed here. And everyone who was doing it knew they were going to get worldwide publicity.
So during the war, this was an open hotel. Did you have to serve both sides of the
I served both sides, yes. I'm committed to the hotel. The customer comes first, no matter who they are.
Paddy, this is to the biggest smile I've ever had.
Cheap date.
As the day winds down, Protestant loyalists are gearing up for the Orange Parade. For Protestants, this is a big celebration. For Catholics, it's a reminder of their defeat. Amidst all the preparations, I can't help but feel anxious. Will there be fighting in the streets tonight?
You guys, I think she's here. She's here.
Is that her?
No, Valerie said she's driving a Buick.
It doesn't look like a Buick.
Take a fresh look at Buick. It just might surprise you.
I'm outside. Where are you? I'm right here. I'm in the Buick. I don't see a Buick.
That's not a Buick. That's what I told him.
Wow. This is
Nice.
Now get sign and drive leases across the entire 2015 Buick lineup. Like this Buick Encore for around $199 per month on vehicles in stock the longest.
The beautiful sound of customers making the most of their United flight. Power, Wi-Fi, and streaming entertainment. That's Seize the Journey friendly.
You'll never look at iced coffee the same way again. Say hello to new Skinny Cow Creamy Iced Coffee in 3 indulgent flavors: mocha latte, vanilla, and creamy cappuccino. Skinny Cow, so impossible, so good. Nestle, good food, good life.
I'm really into this car, but how do I know if I'm getting a good deal? TrueCar knows exactly how much people have been paying for the car I want. I tell TrueCar my zip and what car I'm into, and it shows me the TrueCar curve. This shows the range of prices people in my area actually paid for the same car. Looks like these folks paid a little more than everyone else. And this guy got the deal of a lifetime. This is how car buying was always meant to be. This is TrueCar.
Sailing through the heart of cities and landscapes with Viking, you'll see things differently. You'll get closer to iconic landmarks, to local life and cultural treasures. It's a feeling that only a river can give you, that only Viking can give you. Spend less time getting there and more time being there. Viking River Cruises, exploring the world in comfort.
Travel Channel goes time traveling with Brian Unger.
Follow me.
As he takes curious locals.
You're on something that's almost 100 years old.
On a historic thrill ride.
There's a lot of history hidden here, and we're going to uncover it.
To experience their city in a whole new way.
You can come closer.
I'm going to remember this forever.
As the past and present collide. Time Traveling with Brian Unger. New series premieres Monday, April 20th at 10 on Travel Channel.
It's the morning before our Loyalists' Orange Parade and our dinner at the Crumlin Road Jail. Yesterday, we met Plum Smith. a Protestant loyalist who spent time in that same prison for attempted murder of a Republican Catholic. A Catholic like our next guest, Liam Stone.
How you doing, Marianne?
Decades ago, Liam fought as a civilian to end British rule and for a united Ireland. Today, he's invited us to a traditional Irish breakfast.
This is what's known as the Ulster fry. There's 9 different parts to it, but this is produce from the 9 counties of the historic province of Ulster. It's particularly beneficial the morning after a night's drinking. A fry is considered to be one of the best hangover cures that you have. Yep.
Do you get a prize or a T-shirt if you finish everything?
We would have various ways of encouraging people to eat up. The favourite one is eat up your grannies.
You think that all the meats are going to taste similar, but they're all unique in flavor.
Mm-hmm.
The walls of Belfast tell many stories. The city is covered with amazing murals that teach us about its culture and history. Liam wants us to see the most iconic ones on the Catholic Republican side.
This is the Belfast headquarters of Sinn Féin.
Sinn Féin is an Irish political party and former arm of the IRA. Their goal, a united Ireland. Painted on the side of this building is a memorial to Bobby Sands.
This is the iconic mural of Bobby Sands.
He's one of the biggest symbols of the
republicanism.
Struggle.
Bobby Sands, member of the outlawed Irish Republican Army, dies after starving himself in a Belfast jail.
Sands was a member of the IRA who led the famous 1981 Irish hunger strikes, in which Republican prisoners protested that the British government treated them as criminals instead of as political prisoners. During the hunger strike, Sands was elected to the British Parliament before dying of starvation.
You were in jail.
That's
you
right.
You were in prison. For what?
I was in prison for possession of weapons and wounding with intent. And I spent 7 years as a political prisoner.
So were you ever involved in the hunger strikes or any of that?
The British government embarked on a new strategy. If we capture any Republicans after the 1st of March 1976, they are criminals. Right? I was captured on the 15th of February 1976. Bobby and Emmons were captured after the 1st of March. So whilst I was being treated as a political prisoner, the British government was attempting to treat Bobby and his comrades as criminals. And that culminated in the hunger strikes of 1981, when about 10 young Republicans died on hunger strike.
If Liam had been arrested only 2 weeks later than he was, he would have been treated not as a political prisoner, but as a criminal, like Bobby Sands.
Were you part of the IRA?
No, I was an active Republican.
What do you think of the IRA?
I think they were a legitimate organisation, that they fought a very heroic battle against overwhelming odds. Did they get everything right all the time? No.
So our loyalist guest yesterday said that it was a tit-for-tat war, as he said.
No. The IRA was at war with the British state, right? And loyalists aligned themselves with the British state.
The IRA is considered by many to be a terrorist organisation. Do you agree with that?
Not at all. The IRA did not go to war in 1969, 1970, 1971. Right? War came to us. During war, you have to fight it as hard and as ruthlessly as possible, and that's what the IRA did.
On both sides, I've seen the word murder being used. So these people that are now politicians, are they murderers?
No, anybody that fights in a legitimate war, Michael, are not murderers, right? It's not that long ago from America was fighting Britain. I'll pose the question back to you, right? Is George Washington a murderer?
I think what's interesting is that the prison was segregated, and no one ever had dinner together. Obviously,
that's right.
This side ate on this side, and now we're going to bring them together, having a meal in that prison.
So far, we've met 2 of our dinner guests, and they couldn't